We heal for ourselves. We heal for our network. We heal for our loved ones. We heal for conscious elevation and for our ancestors. Healing is important for a cyclic earth. It is important that we understand that not every generation has been gifted the space and time to heal in the way that it has been presented to us. Or it is not necessarily a presentation. It is something that we need to take. We need to take the time to heal. Our previous generations have not been able to take on this luxury of sitting with emotions and feeling through it. It was often get up and go and continue life. And as much as it is important to continue life, of course, it is also important to heal. So we may not pass on trauma to the next generation or the next cycle of our lineage. Trauma also travels in cycles. Trauma continues and continues until the cycle is broken. But how does one break the cycle? It is through recognizing that something happened, and the understanding of that, and empathy, and then release. Once it is released onto the vibrations of the earth, a new pattern, a new cycle can take place. And this new one is the health cycle that we pass on to the next generation. It is sacred and divine work. It is also ugly and demanding, taxing. It can take over the entire system, the entire body system. And to sit through this for your lineage is of importance so it doesn't travel to the next cycle. Cyclic earth is phenomenal like that. Once empathy and love is collected out of the vibration of healing, then it can move forward in a new cycle of empathy and healing and love and understanding. It is not easy to perform the work for healing. Healing is not done within one day. It is not done within 1 hour. It is done and it is organic, like the uncaptured process of a plant growing. Breaking a cycle for healing purposes sets the soul free. And while it is set free, it also helps those that are still in the cycle to break free from this energy, this vibration. And we may feel alone in our endeavors for healing. It is not an easy path. And it requires time, and it requires understanding. It requires sitting with the self. And there are times that sitting with the self means to look at the ugly traits. But when we heal for generations. Generational trauma is honestly a phenomenon that is not understood completely when we are not busy with energy work. Generational trauma cycles in a way that we may wake up and feel as if something had hit our system, and we have no clue what that is. We may wake up and feel that something has gone wrong, and what is it, and why do we feel like this, and why is this draining me, why is this draining my day, why do I feel like I cannot get out of my bed? There is nothing significant that has happened. And this feeling stems from generational trauma. It travels. And while this travels, it requires from us to break the cycle. So there's an exit. There's an exit for those that are trapped in the cycle. And as such, there are cycles for everything. There's cycles for generational trauma. There is cycles for death, and there's cycles for pain from families and what they have endured in life. There is cycles from our own pain and our own trauma codes layered on top of those generational trauma codes. And breaking through these codes is a sacred work. It's divine work. And as we break through, we find out more and more layers about the self. And the self is able to go higher in vibration, ascend in vibration, after it has understood how to heal the trauma codes that are layered on top of each other. And as the layer stack grows, we realize that it needs to be handled from the most bottom layer. So once the programmable being, the programmable self, has created their own trauma codes, it is layered on top of the family and generational trauma codes. This work is sacred. This work is divine. And you are the power that can break the cycle. So if you are taking on the work of healing, and if you are healing for your family, if you are healing for your ancestors, and decide to break the cycle, then this is for you. The work may not always be easy, but you are not alone in your endeavors. There are thousands of spiritual teachers and those that are seeking, that are sitting in higher vibration, awaiting your presence. They are awaiting for you to help you break those cycles. So you are not alone. You are with all of us. And I welcome you with open arms, an open mind, and an open heart. And once we collect the empathy and love on the other side of the pains and the scars, we will do something that has not been done before. We will heal in solidarity, and we will receive the abundance of the earth.
What you should learn from this, heaven is right now, there is no loneliness. Aloneness is the remedy to grow through this. Healing will require for our souls to kiss. Giving all of me to level up your higher consciousness. Level up your consciousness. Level up your consciousness. Level up your heavenly consciousness. Your heavenly consciousness.